something that's really going to frost you right now. You know, all of us hate to pay any more money for anything, right? Now, Rob Meltzer would love this one, because if this was reversed, boy, would he be complaining. Do you know right now that we're paying a tax to the Jewish, it's how to explain this. It's called a kosher tax. Have you ever heard of it? We're paying a kosher tax. Do a search on the internet, kosher tax scam. Well, here's what it is. If you go to, here's one website, the Kosher Nostra scam on the American consumer. What happens is, most items and foods that you buy in the supermarket today has a minuscule tax that is paid on that. You don't know anything about it though, do you? That's right, because it's probably the best kept secret in the world. All the products that you buy, if you ever notice, if it has a U on it, some of them have P's on them, some of them have K's on them, some of them, you know, but if you see it, all these things, but I'm just showing you some of the things you buy right now. Do you know that you're paying a tax on those items and it supports Israel? Did you know that? It's probably they've made billions upon billions of dollars. Now, it started out with food, primarily dealing with food items. But as you can see, these Jewish folks, okay, the rabbis who are in charge of this, they figure they can make a lot more money if they put it on everything else. And so now they have it on Reynolds Wrap, they have it on Cascade, you know, everything, you know, a lot of things that aren't food. So they have a good deal here. So what I would like to know from the Jewish community out there, if this was a tax going to the Catholic Church, instead of a kosher tax, it was called the Catholic tax, would the Jewish people be complaining about it? I would think so. But here we are paying a tax on all these foods. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds and probably thousands of them, all right? And the Jewish rabbis who are in charge of this now, okay, here's how it works. In order to get that symbol on that product, which pretty much is like extortion, like they're telling the company, if you don't put our label on your product, then we're going to do something bad to you. And it's gonna be more harm than good, you know, for you later. Or maybe the Jewish folks aren't going to buy the products. And so what they do is they force these companies, and they could be Christian companies too, they force these companies to put that Jewish kosher symbol, which they have to pay for on every item. Well, we have to pay for it, okay? But who knows, they probably have to pay to get into the club too. So we have to pay. It's a minuscule amount of money. It could be like, you know, 1/100th of a cent on a product, okay? I don't know exactly how much it is. Go read it on the websites. But the point is this. It all adds up, okay? Even hundredths of a cent multiplied times trillions of dollars adds up to be a lot of money. And now can you understand why I get so upset with Israel? I get so upset with what's happening in the United States with the Israel lobby and all these things. These people are ripping us off like nobody's business. I've already explained to you how the Holocaust, how they're ripping us off with the Holocaust, building all the museums, the Holocaust museums with our money, okay? Now remember, let's really think about this, okay? The Holocaust museums, the people that died in the Holocaust in Germany weren't Americans. They were Germans or Lithuanians or Hungarians. They weren't even Americans. And yet we have Holocaust museums in the United States dedicated to people in another country. We don't even have museums dedicated to the Indians, or dedicated to the blacks, or dedicated to oppressed people in our country. But yet we have museums that are costing us billions of dollars in the United States, and then when you go worldwide, billions of dollars worldwide too, on all these Holocaust museums on an event that had nothing to do with the United States. Am I missing something here? Am I missing something here? So the Jewish Zionists have figured out how to extract money out of us from the kosher tax. They have found out how to extract money out of us by the Holocaust museums, okay, and keeping this all going for the next, 65 years. I mean, you think it would have died out and people would have said, oh, it was an event that happened, it's a sad thing that happened. But no, every year they got to bring it up and, it makes money for them. It makes money for the ADL, it makes money for the JDL, it makes money for all the Jewish-run organizations in this country. And the American people aren't saying a peep. I mean, what is it with you people, you Christian people out there? And not only that, you're not making a peep about it, you actually go to back them up when you're dealing with them on these subject matters. So why aren't the Christian people speaking out against the Israeli people, the Jewish Zionist controlled people that are stealing money from us like nobody's business? I don't get it. This is absolutely insane. And yet, in my show, I talk about these subject matters that nobody will ever talk about on TV. Because again, if you talk about these on TV, they'll crucify you, they'll hang you, they'll run you out of town, you'll be out of business, and you'll be in the poorhouse. That's what they've tried to do with me, and they're still not done. They're still coming after me, aren't they? So anyway, do your homework, folks. Go look up the kosher tax, and I really would like to hear from Rob Meltzer about the kosher tax. Why are we paying for this kosher tax? Okay? Why? I mean, it has nothing to do with anybody helping us out. The money's not going to Americans. It's not going to benefit anybody, poor people. It's benefiting the Israeli lobby and the Jewish-controlled people. I mean, I don't get what's going on here. So please, somebody help me out on this one. Well, anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up because I was thinking about it the other day, and it's really amazing how people don't see what's going on.